I was actively searching for alternative schooling than the traditional schooling itself. The reason being my own experience in my school, which is a traditional school. And when I reflect back on those memories, I realized that I started learning things from my own volition, means subjects which were part of the curriculum in the school, which didn't, I studied them to pass, but I didn't actually took any interest in it. History comes to mind. I was marked very poor performer in history because I was not able to write long essay type answers to history questions which were requirement for history. I always thought, okay, I cannot remember dates, cannot remember events. I couldn't relate to the past the way I was being taught. On the other hand, when I grew up after a long time, after passing college and everything, I took a very active interest in history, and that was the most fascinating subject to me, even today, because you learn so much about history and remembering dates because you have to give a test. That's why you are remembering dates and events which are being taught to you. That was very artificial, what I will say. It was not self-initiated learning. Self-initiated learning happened much later in my life. What my lesson was from my schooling was that it really doesn't matter how well you do in school, up to grade 12, I'm saying, before college, because you mature and then you choose a subject which you like, and then on you go forward without any hurdle because it is your choosing what you want to learn. So I didn't want my child, Aisha, to be subjected to, I look at it as a waste of a child's time in school because he or she is being forced to do things which they do not really want to do. And also, at that point, before I brought Aisha and did the open house in 2009, Aisha joined in 2010. During 2009, because Aisha was becoming 5-year-old, so from pre-K or kindergarten, she was going to move to school. We were staying in Rockville area at that time. So we were looking for different school, and there are schools which are rated to be Maryland's best in that area. So we were looking for schools, and I said, no, that this is the traditional kind of school. And I have also read by that time. Specifically, I can remember John Holt a lot by that time. Then I was searching in the internet and I found the Sudbury model, which I didn't know at that time. And I think 2008, this school was started by Caroline and Danny. And so 2009, we came down here and church in the Messiah, we had an open house. And I liked it. And I said, okay, I think this model will allow for us to work and for the kid to have their self-motivated learning to be possible.